I found them in storage. I guess. Can you tell I'm a bit of a Halloween freak? I've got my muffler on today, so I'm hoping the audio is going to be better and not worse, but we'll see. Today I'm going to be doing another Predator video. I'm hoping this one's going to be up on Halloween, so if it is, happy Halloween. If it's not, I hope you enjoyed your Halloween, because I sure as shit am going to. And also, happy birthday, Noah Sebastian. So, we're going to do the Plumber Predator today. Even though I'm continuing with these series, I'm going to be so sad that it's not going to be Halloween themed like I've been doing the past month. It's meant a lot to me. Thank you for being here.
This guy from New York City just drove more than 50 miles in the rain to have sex with someone he thinks is a 12-year-old girl.
12? That's the youngest that we've fucking seen. 12.
You heard right. A 12-year-old.
Hey, puppy. Because of the way they've dressed her up in this one compared to normally they put her in like a hoodie or something. She still looks young, don't get me wrong, but it's almost like they've tried to make her look meek and childlike.
Morning. It's so good to see you.
Joshua Cologne,
Jesus Christ, how many photos have you got?
likes to be called Poppy, Latin slang for daddy.
Oh shit, Sherlock.
But we have another name for him.
Predator.
He's 32 years old.
32, and he's attracted to a 12-year-old. Jesus. Like the implications of that.
Besides Poppy, he likes to be called Boss.
Anything but his name, most probably.
He belongs to groups like Kush Smokers Are Us and Love Seekers, a site for teens.
So again, actively looking for teenagers if he knows that that's a specific group or site that they tend to use.
On social media, Tetrad posts a pic and profile that is obviously a 12-year-old girl.
This is what's scary to me. They use real underage photos of children that lure these predators in. So it's not like they utilize a 19-year-old's photo to lure these predators. They are seeing people underage. Thankfully not the people they meet up with. They're seeing people so underage, 12 years old, being attracted to them. Something's not right in their heads, it really isn't.
Cologne makes the first contact, and after some innocent chat, he sends some sexually charged texts about how he'll take her virginity.
Not just for predators. There's a lot of like these alpha male sort of fucking people that always say you want someone with a low body count or basically no body count at all. And it's because they want to manipulate them, and also probably because they're so fucking bad in bed that they don't want them to know how fucking shit in bed they actually are. Or possibly how small it is, but who knows. The amount of people you've slept with does not mean the amount of people you've given O's to. Just saying. Honestly, the majority of the time, most women can't O the first time. Because unless they're actively trying to O, it's not going to happen. The majority of men have got no fucking clue how to.
You make me more happier. It's too bad you aren't old enough to marry. I would marry you.
Why do they all talk about marrying a fucking 12 or 13-year-old? It's so weird. Like, these people aren't even old enough to consent to have sex or to kiss or to touch. But they think they're going to consent to marrying. Ugh.
After she tells him her mom is going out of town, Cologne reveals his fear of getting caught.
And if your mom comes back and I'm there, I could get in serious trouble and go to jail.
Again, recognizes how young this person is, at least twice in this conversation, and has now said that they know the consequences. This isn't like, it wasn't like Stephen Buchanan where he said, oh, he didn't even consider the consequences. He's literally outright said he could go to jail, but he's throwing those consequences away because he would rather do it. He would rather give in to that apparent need he has. This guy's sick. I'm getting lower and lower in this chair because I'm sitting on my foot and my foot's going numb. Trying not to knock the musical heads down.
She's talking to Cologne as he drives up I-95 from New York City to our sting house in Fairfield.
Be really careful when you drive up, okay?
Imagine if he wasn't cool and this was a real person and he met up with a 12-year-old. Would have been traumatized the rest of their life. It is so fucking hard to get past trauma. Oh my god. Would have never even crossed his mind.
Police are in position for the bus.
We want to ultimately arrest him here, handcuff him here. You should have that taser out.
Such a shame they never get to use that taser. At least not in this investigation. In other investigations, they 100% do, and it's worth it.
He's carrying an overnight bag as he walks to the back door.
This guy was so prepared. He has an overnight bag to stay the night with a 12-year-old fucking girl. This wasn't, oh, I'm just going to meet up and see what happens. This was, I am prepared.
Our on-site decoy, a 19-year-old theater student who could pass for a preteen, invites him inside. Watch again. He locks the door behind him.
So they make out that this is like a super scary thing, which it could be because obviously it removes a way out for her. That is totally fucking creepy. But what I will say is some people, and I'm just generalizing, some people will come in and automatically lock their door. It could just have been an automatic thing that he does at home. Obviously, I know I'm giving this guy way too much fucking credit.
Get here okay though? If the road's bad?
Really
Look what I made you.
Like, she's never mentioned the cupcakes to anybody else. I wonder if they're rock hard like the brownies were in a different case.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Those are red velvet?
Yeah. Do you like them?
Yeah, like,
Well, do you want to try
my
them?
picture?
Which picture? They're so fucking insecure. Like, you could also put some of this down to insecurity, and that's why they're attracted to people that are younger, but it isn't. Like, you can be insecure and still be attracted to people your own age. So I don't like when people put it down to that, because that's a clear insecurity, basically asking for a compliment as soon as you get there.
What'd you bring me?
I brought dinner for myself. So
Oh.
Mind if I use the bathroom? Because I was way holding for so long.
Smooth.
Kind of, you look hotter than your picture.
Saying that a 12-year-old looks hotter than their picture is just not anything anyone should ever fucking utter.
I'm sorry, I'm really nervous. Yeah, right through
You
there.
nervous? Oh.
No, here, this one.
Yeah, don't go out that one, you'll get arrested immediately.
Old-fashioned, yeah?
When he comes out of the bathroom, he sees me.
Who doesn't even get to pee. Chris immediately grabs him, which I kind of feel bad about because I go to the cinema a lot, and the amount of times, like, for example, I went to go see the Eras Tour movie, and I needed to pee within like an hour of that movie, and I think it's about 2 hours 49 minutes or something. I was not going to get up for a single second. I did not want to miss anything of that movie. I was transfixed, and I was even like jigging around and dancing around in my seat. I would not get up. I was just like, I don't care if I need to pee. I'm going to have a UTI or some shit because I'm not moving. So I know how, like, unbelievably uncomfortable it is, especially if you drive a while. Oh, I forgot to look at his stuff. Okay, so why is Joshua Colin not a suspected predator or whatever it is? But it literally said Joshua Colin was a predator caught in Fairfield, Connecticut sting. None of the others said predator. I just wanted to see if there's anything I forgot to check.
Is there a light switch in here?
Come on out, Joshua.
Oh.
Right over there, please.
The fact that, like, his stomach would have just dropped the second he saw Chris is so satisfying.
Keep your hands right, sit. Sit.
I know who you are.
You know who I am.
I bet Chris is so elated because he's like, oh, good. Someone knows who I am. Like, they recognise the name, but they don't necessarily immediately recognise Chris. The fact that this guy did immediately.
Yes.
So you've seen my shows before,
Yeah.
and you are among our first guests.
Okay.
What's your name?
Joshua.
Joshua. Joshua what?
Cologne.
Okay, I know people have different spellings for their name, but I feel like this is like bucket and bouquet.
How do you spell bouquet?
B-U-C-K-E-T.
Oh, bucket.
Because C-O-L-O-N is colon, not cologne. Cologne is C-O-L-G-N-E, something like that.
And how old are you?
Too old, and old enough to know better.
And why did you think it was appropriate to talk to a girl who said she was 12 years old?
That body language with that eyebrow being raised of like, well, is a very nonchalant way of excusing his attraction to younger people of like, well, what are you going to do sort of behaviour. He's been doing this a while. If he can immediately just brush that off and normalise his behaviour.
I don't know why.
12?
I know. It was wrong.
What did you bring with you tonight?
Food, just for him apparently, because fuck the decoy. So that if, you know, it was a consenting adult, that at least seemed cordial with someone inviting them to their home.
Huh?
What did you bring with you tonight?
Clothes.
Clothes. Why would you need a change of clothes?
Because I was going to stay over.
Because he was going to sleep in the same bed as a 12-year-old. Jesus. he was gonna sleep in the same bed as a 12-year-old, and he was gonna inappropriately touch a 12-year-old. This pains me. Eventually I'm gonna have to take a break from this series just for like mental health reasons. Just for like a couple of weeks or something, because having to consider that they were genuinely thinking about this stuff makes me want to throw something through a window.
Stay over with a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah,
And what were you going to do with this girl?
because, you know, yes, have sex.
Have sex.
Yeah.
He doesn't even consider to lie. Like, I don't know whether to at least thank him for being fucking honest or be appalled that he can't even be bothered to lie about his intentions. I don't know what to think.
Now, you had quite the chat with this girl. It's too bad you aren't old enough. I would marry you. You would marry a 12-year-old girl.
If she was old enough.
Dude, you said she was hotter than her picture. It's not just if she was old enough.
She was old enough. But why would you even say that to a 12-year-old?
My thoughts exactly. I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Do you have any nieces and nephews, younger cousins?
Yeah.
For the love of God, I hope he never, ever, 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 ever sees them. Because it starts with people that they're related to or children they know. People that trust them with their children. So I hope whoever's daughter or son this is recognises that he is a danger to them.
What if a guy was hitting on them like this?
Yeah, I wouldn't like it.
Apparently it's fine to do to other people's children. I hate this thing where you always have to personalise the example for people to actually feel the same way you do. Like, for example, I remember talking to someone about a woman being sexually harassed at work. They turned around and said, like, she was trying to sexually, like, get their attention because she did, like, the basic instinct and, like, cross and uncross their legs with a skirt. And it's like, are you fucking serious? Women are now not allowed to uncross and cross their legs just in case some pervert thinks it's a good idea to look up her fucking skirt. And I had to turn around to someone I know and say that, so what if that was me? Because I've been sexually harassed at work. And I explained the situation and I found it incredibly inappropriate. They made sexualized comments to me that made me feel fucking uncomfortable. And I had to raise it. And it was only after I told this person about that example they started seeing the situation we were originally talking about in a different light. Fucking hate that we have to put everything in those examples for people to take these things seriously and to see them the way everyone else sees them, because it shouldn't have to be personal to you. That 12-year-old does not need to be someone I know. That doesn't need to be a child I have for me to feel absolutely sick to my fucking stomach that anybody would want to cause trauma and harm to them. And yet we have examples like this where he was willing to do this to somebody who he had no idea who this was, would likely never see them again. He's saying, well, yeah, he wouldn't like it if some 32-year-old guy was sexually hitting on, say, for example, his 12-year-old niece. Honestly, it just makes me angry.
So explain to me what was going on in your mind that made you think it was okay to come here and do the very same thing.
I don't want to say anymore.
Well, there's another, 8 minutes, so you clearly say something more.
Well, you pretty much already said it. Did you bring condoms?
Yes.
Of course he brought condoms, because he admitted he was going to have sex with this child. Oh my god, going back to his comment, the fact that he said that she looked hotter than her picture, he was probably already considering that, oh my god, I've hit the jackpot or some shit. Ugh.
Yeah, well, we'll finally make out and make love. I was thinking of staying over and leaving the next morning. So when I come over, we'll go to your room and you'll take off all your clothes.
Yeah.
This is such a manipulation tactic. A child. A fucking child.
Why did you have her call you Poppy?
Because manipulation and control.
And then you say, I just hope your mom doesn't find out about me because I could get in serious trouble, you know, right? I could go to jail.
And you do, bitch. Thank fuck for that.
I know love knows no age, but most people don't think the same.
Love knows no age if you're both of similar ages. There is a limitation. Oh god, that's why there's consent laws.
12, Joshua.
I know.
Seriously!
Have you done this before?
No.
I've seen his interview tape with the police. Complete and total fucking lie.
Have you ever contacted an underage girl online before?
Yes.
How many are there? How many victims are there? Because there's possibly his niece or nephew. There's at least one other girl he's spoken to online. Jesus. How long would this guy have preyed on underage people, multiple underage people, and caused multiple people to be traumatized and assaulted by him before he was caught if they hadn't have caught him in this sting? That's really fucking scary.
So why should I believe you've never done this before?
I just first of me
just woke
taking
up-
a chance.
Oh, taking a chance. It's about you taking a chance, not about her putting her life in your hand. Literally, her whole future will change because you traumatize her. God, I fucking hate predators.
And what do you do for work in Brooklyn?
I'm a plumber.
So again, this guy goes into loads of people's houses and is trusted. Oh, it makes you think twice about every single person you let in your house. Whether it's for like them setting up your internet or setting up an alarm system, sorting out your plumbing, like getting a sofa delivered. It honestly scares me at how many people really have access to your home, because he could be surveillancing homes where he sees children and he thinks it's easy to get in. Could end up being one of these predators that break in and steal the child. Oh, scary.
Good job.
Yeah,
Good pay.
it's alright.
Why would you toss it away for this?
Isn't plumbing meant to be a really, really fucking good job? I had a plumber not that long ago have to clean out the pipes of my sink because my sink was completely backed up for some reason. And that cost almost 200 fucking quid for about an hour. And half of that was him having to go out and get a part. So I don't think it's a badly paid job. I think it's a well-paid job.
I mean, can't you explain to me what brought you here tonight?
No,
It was a different brain that brought him here tonight.
I mean, it's not right.
it is not right. I know.
He knows, but he's not doing anything about it. I know that I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, well, go get fucking help then. Don't traumatize the child.
But help me to understand it.
There is no understanding it. There is no fucking understanding it at all.
Well, Joshua, I don't know what else to say to you, except that
Yeah.
I'm Chris Hansen.
That unnecessary sting music. Like, that might mean something when people are like, oh, wait, what? He's Chris Hansen? But he already knew who he was. I swear, I've had to cut out a lot of sting music from the videos when I'm editing, because I'm pretty sure that's what gets caught up in blocks and in copyright claims. The last few that I've done haven't been even claimed, let alone blocked.
This is an investigation called Hansen versus Predator. So if there's anything else you want people to know,
So, the way the guy just comes in with the camera, like, hello.
you're free to leave.
Can I use the bathroom? Because I've been holding it for quite some time.
When I first saw this, I was like, I would have let him use the bathroom. But, I mean, he could hurt himself in there, because people do that. They use that sort of opportunity to commit suicide so they don't have to go into prison. A lot of child predators do not get treated well in prison by prison mates. Also, he could have had a gun hidden on him, in which case he could come out and start shooting. So I get it. But, like, the guy was probably already busting to go to the toilet. What about all his shit? Didn't he have like 2 bags with him? He was holding like a gym bag. He had a backpack. And then he had like the bag of food as well.
Find your bags, come right over to here.
Fuck me. I bet his fucking phone is totally broken now. Oh, maybe that's what he was doing. He was trying to break it. Maybe he had child pornography or something on his phone.
Don't wait on us. We've already eaten dinner, so we're good to go.
Okay, so I mentioned about a case that I saw on JFC, Criminal Psychology, last time. This just shows how comfortable he is. Because in the Predator that I spoke about on JFN, he refused to eat anything because he didn't want that to be used against him, that he felt comfortable enough to eat after he's being accused of killing a young girl. So the fact that this guy is comfortable enough to eat and chat about the things he's going to be chatting about is... Like, how many times has he been arrested? How many times has he been caught, even by parents or something? Because this is 100% not the first conversation.
He's about to say will shock you.
And is 12 an age that you're comfortable with? That's your preference, or
I date all ages.
what?
Huh?
All ages, does that mean literally any child you can get your hands on? Also, it's not dating. What the fuck? It's not dating because they can't consent.
I can't hear you.
I date older, younger. I mean, not younger than 12,
Yeah, I don't believe a fucking word you say.
but 12 and up.
Now,
Wait, what does that say? Even though you look sad in the picture, you are still very beautiful. Ugh. Jesus, he said that to a fucking 12-year-old girl? Oh my god.
I mean, I did have sexual relations with someone older than 12,
How old?
15.
15-year-old kid. A 15-year-old fucking kid assaulted by a 32-year-old. I fucking hope they found that kid and it helped to put this guy behind bars for a long time. But I don't need to know that child's identity, but I just hope the police make sure they get help for dealing with that trauma.
When was that?
A few months back.
They become more and more emboldened. He felt comfortable doing this with a 15-year-old. He was ready to do this with a 12-year-old as well. This guy is seriously fucked up.
Do you remember her name?
It's not a her.
They make that as like a big stinger, as if like predators just don't take what they can get.
Cologne then reveals his biggest fear was meeting me instead of a little girl.
If only Chris had been there instead of the 15-year-old boy too.
We would talk, but I never actually went to meet them because I was always afraid.
Well, apparently fucking not, because you just said that you assaulted a 15-year-old. Because it's not sexual relations. That makes it sound consensual. It's not.
Of what?
To be like on that guy's show.
That's what you were afraid of?
It's not afraid of being caught or going to prison. It's being on Chris's show, aka people in the public knowing how much of a fucking scumbag I am. Again, it's about him, about his ego.
What exactly, if you could erase him from walking into the kitchen today, what do you envision yourself doing right now if that hadn't happened?
You guys know already.
Your intention was to have sex with her?
Yeah.
Again, it's that eyebrow of, well, you know, things happen. How young would have ended up going? If 15, for example, was the first person he assaulted, 12 was the next person he was due to assault, does that mean the next person would have been, what, 8, 5? A literal, like, baby of months old? Like, he could have been another Ian Watkins. They just kept going and going and going until they got caught.
Did you tell her you loved her?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know, I guess to kind of, like, I don't know, kind of pull her in, I guess.
Because it's a form of control and manipulation.
What do you think would be different about a sexual experience with a young girl versus an older person your age?
Well, first of all, they'd be creeped the fuck out. Secondly, they'd know who's complete and utter cretin. Like, that would have been this girl's first possible experience as well. Is just even worse.
I mean, the older person is more experienced. And I guess in some way I can have, I guess, the power.
There you go. Power and control. That's all they're interested in. Because this is the type of person that it's about them. This was never, obviously, about the other person, the other participant, even if this was a consenting adult. This is the type of person that it is about their gratification, not the other person's. Which, if you're going to do that, just get a fucking blow-up doll. Then you don't even need consent.
Power of having an inexperienced person?
Yeah.
Find out how much his bail will be.
He's gonna make it $750,000.
How is his less when he admitted to already assaulting another child than the military guy, Stephen? How? Because his was like 1.1 mil or something. How is his only 750,000?
Cologne's bond is eventually set at $125,000.
And now it's gone down to 125. This guy is a huge risk. Why is it so low?
Cologne is sentenced to 7 years in prison, suspended after serving 3.
I still don't understand that.
And he must register as a sex offender.
For hopefully 20 fucking years, not just 10, for each count. The 15-year-old he's already assaulted and the 12-year-old he's ready to assault. Even the decoy got offended that he brought dinner for himself. Girl, I made you cupcakes. What you bring me? I didn't bring. I brought dinner for myself. He deserves to be locked up. I love how Hanson talks like a stern and angry father. It makes these disgusting people seem small compared to his imposing attitude. Honestly, that helps because it's intimidating to them. It's almost like law enforcement. Him being so open to admit it actually terrifies me. He has no sense of shame. Like I say, I'm pretty sure, similar to like Ian Watkins, this guy's been doing this for a while. They let him out despite the admission of assaulting a 15-year-old boy. Exactly my fucking thought. This is why people don't speak up. There's no justice for that baby, and a reminder that boys need protection too. Predators will prey on them even more because there's no chance of impregnating a boy. Honestly shocked by the number of people giving this guy props for admitting what he did or for showing remorse. Remorse and honesty don't matter if it doesn't change your actions. well fucking said. Okay, so let's have a look at follow-up to this. Okay, so 2022 update. We haven't got much on this guy. Chris managed to track down Joshua's cell phone number and gave him a call, although the voice on the other end of the call sounded suspiciously like Joshua. They claimed it wasn't him and swiftly hung up. The picture frame that Joshua fumbles with while looking for the light switch was actually a hidden camera. That's interesting. Joshua Colin was the second highest known bond for any featured predator. Oh, okay. At some point, Colin was sent back to prison for a probation violation, resulting in an additional 9 years of probation after his release. According to someone who claimed to be a former co-worker, this is because Colin had a picture of his niece on his phone from a WhatsApp group, and a condition of his probation was not having a photograph of any minor on his phone. So, I think someone mentioned, I don't know if it was this guy specifically, but I think someone did say that this happened before, where someone in a group chat has sent a photo of being like, oh, look what so-and-so's doing, but obviously because they're not meant to have any photos of underage children on their devices, that's got them in trouble. I feel like this was in Cinnamon Toast Ken's video. So it could have been genuine, but considering this guy had already had sexual relations, as he put it, he had assaulted a fucking 15-year-old boy. He was ready to assault a 12-year-old girl. It is a huge possibility, massive, that this guy has already been inappropriate with his niece. That this was the first child he had the opportunity to be inappropriate with. Could have been an inappropriate comment, could have been an inappropriate touch, could have just been an inappropriate thought. But unfortunately, it would not surprise me, because these things start at home. There's a reason why he's not meant to have photos of any underage children. Doesn't matter if it's a family member. Jesus. Okay, so that's that for this video. So we've got a couple more from this sting left, so we're going to get through those ones first, and then I'm going to move to some of the most infamous of the TCAP series. So if you want to make sure to see those, make sure to subscribe. If you like this video, make sure to give this a like. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the Halloween decor. I really did try pretty hard. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye!